You are now listening to Nexxlegacy Radio, a radio station for the people.
Welcome on, welcome all. Welcome to the entire universe of this hip-hop legacy. I am Branded in the building. I want to welcome all those out there listening in the States, globally, overseas, the cast of characters out in Japan, 92.3 The Beat. Appreciate y'all always supporting this Nexxlegacy platform. And it's deeper because of the guests that I have. Been watching this man's career, been a fan of his music for a while, so it's definitely an honor and a privilege to be able to hang out with this gentleman. And before we even put him on, I definitely want to make sure that all the people out there listening log in, play close attention. And when I say play close attention, definitely do, because this dude right here, he's definitely active, and I know he can give good game to the people out there that's trying to make a path for themselves in this music business. And as much as we talk about people that's grinding, that's trying to be able to make way for the industry themselves, this man is a catalyst of that because he's working. And not only is he working, I mean, he's collaborating, making power moves, doing power things with a lot of powerful people. And this man and this movement is brought to you by BigOldMeasyMusic.com. You can hit him up on his social media, which is everything is Big Old Measy, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And don't forget, Prayers and Profanity is available. You can hit it. You can hit that up, get it, iTunes. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure y'all fall in line with this gentleman. And Big Old Measy is my guest on Hip Hop Legacy. Oh, Measy, what's up, bruh?
What's up, Pippin? How you doing, man? You covered all the bases right there, pimp.
Man, come on, man. You know how we do it. You know.
I was like, shit, thank you for coming. Have a good time. Thank you for coming. Have a good night, man.
Hey, man, hey, not really, because you know what? It's something that we got to continuously to throw on these people every day. Like, we can't do it for the 1 or 2 minute hitter quitter type of things. We got to lay it on them again and again and again.
Yeah. It's like when you go to
at Big Old Measy, all
church,
things Big Old Measy, hashtag that thing. Let's celebrate. That's what we do.
Yeah, hello. That's for real.
So what's up, man? What's good in your parts, man? And I know, hey, one of the reasons why I wanted to holler at you too is just mainly because, hey, man, keep making fire, bro. Like, I mean, in the world where people say it ain't fire, I mean, you got it. So, you know what I'm saying? Got to give you props, man, for not just the project you got out there that you're promoting, but just, man, your heavyweight grind, man. It's been a long time coming that, you know, we finally put together something to get you on the air.
That's real, man. I try to stay coming up with concepts, stay coming up with songs, stay grinding, you know what I'm saying? I like to do motivational songs too, you know what I'm saying? I like to tell people, you know what I'm saying, follow their dreams, and, you know what I'm saying, you know, I try to stay concurrent. I throw other stuff in there, you know, to mix it up like gumbo, but at the same time, my message is pretty much consistent and the same, you know what I'm saying. I'm all about overcoming obstacles and hurdles, and, you know what I'm saying, stay in the course of success, whatever you're trying to accomplish. You know, that's definitely my mission statement, you feel me?
So you had that as your mission statement. Is that one of the things that keeps you motivated as well? Because, you know, I'm pretty sure you've been around the world and around this game enough to know that, you know, the culture is changing. And while it's changing, you got so many people that's just, you know, pro this hip-hop culture, and there's some people that take, like, straight advantage of it or don't appreciate it like they should, but you can't really control what other people do for the most part. You just got to handle your business, right?
You can't, but you gotta preach. You gotta preach, paying homage to the ones that laid the way for you to do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Some people won't get it, some people do. You know what I'm saying? But I respect the greats. I respect the ones that pounded the pavement before me, and you know what I'm saying. And for everybody that's in hip hop and the music business in general, you know what I'm saying. You always gotta pay homage to the ones that, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, that was there before Twitter and Instagram and all this technology, and even before YouTube, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Cats that out, you know, had to pound the pavement and go to the clubs, and, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, DJs and, you know, the whole thing.
Selling tapes out of the trunk of their car and You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
And go make power moves like that. Like, that was the move before YouTube and before the internet really popped off. And, you know, while some people really don't pay attention to that culture and how it went down, a lot of people do. And a lot of people like yourself and, you know, the media and some of the fans that appreciate it and dive in. But, I mean, do you feel like this culture is changed so much so that we can still remember these moments like we just mentioned, or is it just so far gone that it's going to take a whole lot of effort for folks like us to just be able to just, you know, help breed that new brand of people that just really just kind of like embrace that past culture, but also come up with some creativity for the new era of this hip hop culture as well.
I think we got to continue to pave the way. You know what I'm saying? You know, 40 just dropped one. He just dropped 2 CDs. You know what I'm saying? You know, he just turned 49. You know what I'm saying? He's still gassing. There's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? From at least from my generation that, you know, they're still making music because, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's not just about making music and making good songs. It's about messages in the music and giving game. You know what I mean? A lot of these young cats, you know what I'm saying, they got cool songs. You know, they got, you know, the kids, they sit on YouTube and they do the little dance moves all day. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they're not getting no game. They're not getting nothing to tell them, you know, to how to hustle. You feel me? So as long as the, you know, the OGs keep putting out them scripts, and I think it's gonna be Gucci myself. You feel me? We just gotta keep it cracking. I really do. I think it's gonna be good.
Hey, Omeezy, but it's hard to tell somebody how to hustle when they was born with an iPhone in their hand, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to do that sometimes. Sometimes, you know, how can you humble somebody that already has, like, the technology in their hand out of the gate? Like, because we didn't grow up with that, man. We had to go find a way to go find music. We had to walk blocks to go to Tower Records or to, you know, what is it, Sam Goody or, you know, some of them old classic joints back then. But now they all born with something in their hand and the Instagram out of the gate, like as babies. You feel me? Like, it's
That's
changing,
true.
bro.
We gotta adapt. We had to adapt to, you know, the Instagram. You see me, man. I'm all over my Instagram, so you know my Facebook, my Twitter, all that. You know, I you know, it's natural like an afro with me. There's some people that's still stubborn and they ain't even got it. You know, there's people still ain't got no Instagram yet. You know what I'm saying? So we got to use our you know, our old technology and mix it with this new technology. You smell me and keep it bubbling. You know, we got some tricks of the trade. You know, tricks of the trade up. That they don't, because, you know, at the end of the day, they don't even know how to face-to-face communicate. You know, they don't know how to use their mouth and shit. They damn near can't even do no interviews without sounding dumb as hell. You know what I mean? So it's like we got to, you know, that's one thing we got ahead of them, because we could sit down and have a conversation about something in literal meaning, and they communicate through IM and texts and DMs and all this shit. No face-to-face. Right. That's why they always in funk. That's why you always misconstrued in what they mean and what they say. You know, I'm the great communicator, so I try to cover all angles of the game.
Hey, can't recognize Game. Big Omeezy's my guest on Hip Hop Legacy, and you know what I'm saying, with projects that you have, and you know what I'm saying, you know, definitely we ran All I Know with Uncle 40. Just contributions you feel like you making and continue to make it to this game. Like, I mean, it's you know, I mean, how do you feel about just, you know, just the path of music? And I'm just putting hip hop on the spotlight because, you know, like we talked about just a second ago about the past and how important that was, from the Grandmaster Flash to the Don't Push Me joints to, you know what I'm saying, the Run DMCs and the NWAs and the, you know what I'm saying, it was a good mix of culture. Do you find a lack of creativity in the game today? And if you find it, can we be able to, you know, find that back? Because that's how it was built. You had more people doing different music, but being creative while they was doing it. And do you still see that?
Yeah, I still see that, but I think that you know, our back was against the wall from the '80s on. You know what I'm saying? It started to get good in the mid, you know, early 2000s and the late 2000s. That's when it, you know, just, you know, a lot more people start eating with technology and all that. You feel me? So, excuse me. I feel like we could still, you could still be creative. Like I said, you know, if I listen to a lot of this new music, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. You could dance to it. Like I say, they do the you know, they got the little dancing songs where they're just gonna be dancing, or they're gonna be talking about killing, even though they ain't never lifted a pistol in a bar fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. Because there's a lot of people from our generation that was killing everything, but really wasn't busting no grapes. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
I mean, it's cool, but I feel like, you know, in 2017, I like to look ahead with music. I like, you know, my project, Prison Profanity, was really meant for 2017. You know what I mean? So, you know, a lot of people make music for right now. I'm making mine for 5-10 years up ahead of the curve. You know what I mean?
There you go.
I learned that from 40 Water. It's like sometimes you can be, you know, they can be true and tardy and late to the party, and but they eventually will catch up. You know, they late like FEMA, so, you know, they eventually they'll catch up, and they're going to need that. They're going to need the blueprints in order to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Because at the end of the day, it's a whole bunch of new artists, but I don't see no Jay-Z's, I don't see no E40s, I don't see no Too Shorts.
Right.
I don't see none of them, so we all right as long as, you know, until y'all start, you know, until they, you know, start transforming themselves into something more monolithical, you know what I'm saying, and bigger and grand.
And that's, to me, I think that's important. Like, a lot of people don't really get it or understand, but, I mean, this is real gang spitting right here, Hip-Hop Legacy. I'm Brandon in the building, Big Ol' Meezy in the house. We're going to run the track, we're going to come back, and we're gonna toss a few more questions to this man right here. And, you know what I'm saying, we're going to talk about some culture stuff as well. So, you know, we're going to let this man have the floor. It's his night tonight. So, log in. I appreciate all the people out there. And we got to talk about Japan because I don't know if you know this, but, you know, I mean, we're pretty well connected online, right, doing this over 9 years. But Japan knows Big Ol' Meezy, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, we're going to talk a little bit about them because 92.3 The Beat out there is giving you major love. So, you know what I mean? We're gonna talk about some international love right here on Nexxlegacy Radio. Hip Hop Legacy. Great records right here. Hip Hop Legacy. Big Ol' Meezy is in the building. And not only is he in the building, he is brought to you by BigOldMeezyMusic.com. You go ahead and check out the website. Go log in and get Prayers and Profanity, which is available now on the iTunes joint, social media, hashtag, follow, do whatever, Instagram, tweet, whatever, at Big Ol' Meezy. If you don't know how to spell Ol' Meezy, it's O-M-E-E-Z-Y. And, you know what I'm saying, this power guy right here is in the building. So, look, man, got a lot of love out in Japan, so you know you got international love, right? I'm just saying. I know you probably knew that, but I just wanted to let you know. You got a lot of love out there, bro.
I've been to Japan a couple of times. I went out there with 40 a couple of times, man. We went out there I think we went out there with Too Short both times. We went Too Short the second time. We went to Okinawa, Japan. We was out there performing for the troops. You know what I'm saying? I've been out there, Camp Pendleton, I believe it was. Don't quote me on that one, but, you know, we was out there, man, where they do the artillery. And real talk, man, we had a blast. We had a ball. I like Japan. We was out there when you can go out there and buy, you see, you know, different clothes and shit for the low, but they fixed all that. Well, yeah,
change it up real quick.
I appreciate any love I get anywhere, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? Any as much, like 40 taught me, man. So I stay humble, and you know, and even when people say that, I be like, man, you know, I stay humble and I just keep pushing because at the end of the day, it ain't just about me. It's the movement. It's anybody that I can inspire, anybody I can help put on, as long as they do their due diligence. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way I was taught. So I just keep it cracking like that, fam.
That's what's up, man. Tell me a little bit about the Real Spill Show, bro.
So the Real Spill Show, it's been like a year in the making. We was just sitting around powwow, me and my folks, you know what I'm saying, trying to come up with, you know, a little, you know, a show. We didn't know if we wanted to do radio. We didn't know if we wanted to do, you know, a live show. We didn't know, but, you know, we just kept plugging away, and, you know, and a facility popped up where we could do it in-house, and, you know what I mean, and we just, you know, kept pounding the pavement. We put it together. So we already shot our first episode. It's a real deal talk show. I got real deal guests coming to sit on the couch. I'm out in the street. I'm on the soil. I'm going to businesses. Businesses is coming to us, and we just shining a light and talking about. And I think as with the election and everything, we expanding it to where I could talk about any social issues, man, and try to bring people together and try to bring them, whether it be music, entertainment, art, everything, and just let them come in and say their speech and highlight, a lot of different people that's doing their thing.
Any sponsors?
Oh shit, we sponsored by, at the moment by me, myself, and I Entertainment. Because what it is we shot the first pilot, so that's when you do your due diligence and you show the possibilities. You know what I'm saying? So, we got the Bust and Loose Bell Bonds, we got the KDM, music, and so everything is in house. You start in house and then you go out and about and get them sponsors once you make them a believer. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we shot the pilot. The first pilot is in the can. So once they see what we capable of doing, then all that's gonna come. Trust that.
All right. Well, when you open the door and let other motherfuckers in, can Nexxlegacy Radio have a little, a little piece of the action? So, I know we networking live on the air with over 150, 200,000 listeners. But damn, bro, let's work. Let's put in work. I can use another job.
Because I came up as a young mustache, sitting watching Geraldo, watching Phil Donahue, watching Sally Jesse Raphael, watching all them shows, all them talk. Now, I ain't gonna say Jerry Springer because they don't go deep like the way I want to do it. When you come sit on the couch with me, you might shed a tear because what we're gonna talk about is gonna be stuff that's not normally talked about in your normal interviews. You smell me? So, and that's why it's called The Real Spill, because you ain't coming in the building talking no bullshit. You're gonna be coming from the heart, and everybody's gonna say their speech, whether you know what I'm saying. So. That's it, man. I'm a great communicator, so therefore it's my duty to make sure that we speak the real on every subject. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the show, everybody gonna have some type of understanding and get some gain from the situation.
Right on. So, do you got a target date on when you're gonna be able to release this pilot?
The first one is already almost done getting mixed, so that should be dropping next month for sure. Okay.
So as a station, can we can you once you air that and we come back and we how you people do the little afterglow, the after show joints where you can talk about the episodes and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm offering you and extending that invitation to come out here live, take calls, you know what I'm saying, talk about the show, let it grow. You dig?
Yeah, absolutely. No, we with that 110,000%. You know what I'm saying? That's what we all about. It's like I said, it's a real deal talk show, bro. You feel me?
And Omeezy, I'm gonna keep it solid and tell you that, hey, we need that though. You know why? Because everything right now is handcuffed to the point where it's just like a lot of people scared to talk about issues. A lot of people scared to talk about other people's issues. A lot of people scared to talk about what's really real in the field. You know what I'm saying? Because they just feel like, man, I can't see this, I can't say this or see this because, people's feelings don't get hurt at the end of the day. But I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it's all said and done, we got to put it out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people have their opinions about Mr. Kanye West, but, I mean, what are your thoughts?
Well, a lot of people be like, man, I'm keeping it a buck, but you're not keeping it 100, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I tell people, I said, yeah, you're going to be mad at Kanye right now, but then, like you said, oh, now he had a nervous breakdown, or now he done went psycho. Okay, so now pray for Kanye. But at the end of the day, they, like in Sacramento, see, we in Sac, so this is where he came, he did his show, you know what I'm saying? He did 3 songs, he had his little rant, and then he walked off. But what people don't know is that, you know what I'm saying, people looted, people broke screens at the arena, people was snatching Kanye's merch, you know what I'm saying? A couple of fires got set, like, you know what I mean? So, they like, oh, man, give him a break. I mean, yeah, give him a break. That's a grown-ass man. No disrespect. Y'all know he lost his mom. I lost my pops, but at the same time, it is what it is. You got to grow up, and do what you do, bro. Like, and you can't lean on, oh, I'm a creative. Yeah, creatives is crazy as hell because, it's famous painters that cut their ears off and do kind of weird shit. But at the end of the day, hey, man, that's what you wanted to do when you was begging Jay-Z and you was begging Dame Dash to put you on. This is what you wanted. Now you got it. Now you can't be wigging out every 5 seconds because there's people out there, artists that's pushing the line that's not wigging out. Yeah, you super successful. Yeah, you got hella Grammys and all that. Yeah, I jammed to your shit. Yeah, you was courageous when you went up there and said George Bush don't care about black people. All of that, 10,000%. I love that dude, but at the end of the day, bro, real is real. You got to apologize to the people of Sacramento. Come do another show at the end of the day. Do 2 hours, and we still good. I ain't got no problem with the man. I love that dude.
Yeah, I feel like he owes because think about his past though, bro. Like he did that at the Forum too, right? Like he did that like in L.A. I mean,
one of them I think his voice. He said his voice was jacked up. Another one they said that's when his wife had got robbed. But they say he do the little rants at every show. But when you come to Sacramento, we don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? we want to see you perform All Falls Down and all that other shit, Jesus Walks and all that. That's cool. You got your rant. Say that for the Hollywood shit, not for Sacramento and Northern Cali and the Valley. We don't want to hear that shit. We want to when we pay our hard-earned money, because most of the folks out here ain't got it like that to be chumping out no money and bottles and weed and all that, and saying they gonna go to the joint and kick it with Kanye for you to wig out and say your little chant. So people was like throwing bottles at them. You can hear if you listen to the 17-minute thing they got on World Star, the video. They was like, man, shut the fuck up and perform. Nigga, play the next song. So maybe he was hearing that and was fell in the way and was like, I'm cool and whatever, what have you. But I'm glad I didn't spend my money because I would have been pissed too. You feel me? On anything.
Yeah. Because if memory serves me correct, Meezy, he was talking about he started going on his rant talking about like LeBron James and Donald Trump or some shit like that, right? Like he was just really going off.
Yeah, but he might have came to Sac and got some good. Some of that good, man. You know what I'm talking about? And shit, you feel me? You never know, man. You get that wrong strand. People who don't know how to smoke that good turtle, man. You got to know how to pick the right strand. You know what I'm saying?
He came to Sac, it just got really lit. Like, he just like, okay, like, this is
he went there and got some ultralight beam and took that shit too deep. I don't know, man. Shit, I don't put it past him. You feel me?
Hey, Kanye had the wrong ooh-wee and was like, oh, whoa. Like,
yeah, I remember the homie, it was 8-Ball MJG came to Sac one time. It was a long time ago, but that nigga got on some brownies, man. It was MJG, man. In fact, he didn't know that the brownies was, you know what I mean? And he damn near missed the whole show, and it's damn near the same shit happened. He was mad. So, you know what I mean?
You better do your homework. You better do your homework when you come
you got to do your homework, baby boy.
Do your homework. Straight up. Big O Meezy's my guest on Hip Hop Legacy. Make sure you go ahead and pick up the new EP, Prayers and Profanity, available now. Go hit it up iTunes. BigOMeezyMusic.com is the website. Make sure you check out Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, #BigOMeezy, everything. And I mean, I know you have an opinion on Trump, but I mean, I know all this stuff is probably gonna come. All this shit is gonna be on the Real Spill show. But you know what I'm saying? You can give me a little taste as far as your opinion about, you know what I'm saying, just the Trumpisms and the election and, you know what I mean, just all the wild shit that's been happening, protests, the whole woo-wop back over the last, month or so. It's been crazy, man. It's been a crazy-ass year, too, to begin with.
Yeah, that's really how you got to look at it, man. You got to look at it like the whole year's been crazy. It's been a whole bunch of black folk getting shot by police. We all been up in the uproar. We all just been ready to tear some shit up, burn it down, all that knowing that Obama was leaving office, all that knowing that either way it was going to be a white president again regardless, either way, white people was going to feel a certain way because, black folk, we've been walking with our chest poked out for the last 8 years like you can't say shit to me, period. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now, it's white folks' turn, bro. I'm an open-minded dude. I believe in, that power is balanced out and, sometimes other people got it a certain way. It's always going to be white privilege. Please believe it, especially in certain areas of the United States. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, white folks felt like they back was against the wall. When they listened in the report saying Hispanics are reproducing at this rate and black people and this and Chinese people and they trying to bring in 50,000 whatever Syrians and this, that, and I mean, they look at that and they get nervous. They get nervous and worried and they feel like they getting extinguished. You know what I'm saying? So they felt like they back was against the wall. Trump used the rhetoric in order to get him into the position to where they'll mess with him, and because they got a built-in army that's been in existence for many moons. You know what I'm saying? Them KKKs and Aryan Brotherhoods and all that. And to some degree, our organizations fell asleep. All our Panthers, I can't say all, but a majority. We didn't galvanize the troops like they galvanized their troops because we're in a comfortable position, or we lack leadership because we don't even, we feel a way about Black Lives Matter. We want to say all lives matter. So we're so splintered off into different sets and different things that we don't know who the leaders are. They know who their leadership is. You know what I'm saying? Yep. They put a face to their leadership. Trump was the face of their leadership. He is the face of their leadership. But at the end of the day, Trump has already backslid on a lot of things that he said that he was going to do. He already said that he wasn't going to prosecute Hillary Clinton. He already laid out his whatever 101st days. You know what I'm saying? And we need to be cognizant and watch that. But at the end of the day, when I say on my Facebook, relax. We've been here before. This is nothing new. Don't be scared and panicking and all this old shit and crying and doing all this. This is nothing. I survived Ronald Reagan and 2 Bushes. You know what I'm saying? So this dude is nothing. This dude is nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you survived the Reagan era and you survived 2 Bushes when Bush was talking about a new world order and all this shit and you was scared then.
Straight up. Exactly.
So why are we gonna be nervous about this billionaire that don't want to do nothing but spend a bunch of money and put some jobs back into his middle America hands? Do that. Yeah,
he want to put the brand in there as his brand, but all the people out there that's saying, well, you know what, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna go to Canada, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna go do this. Like you gonna let that man, run your house? You gonna let that man run you out of your house and home just based on that dude getting elected, man? Please, man, I'm gonna stay and fight that fight.
Some of the far-fetched shit is, oh man, he gonna bring back slavery. Like, shut your ass up. Do you know how shit we go if he try to bring back some slavery or some shit like that? And then you want to, every time you see a noose or every time you see a flag or every time you see somebody do a high hill, nigga, that's them. That's ancient. You scary. Not a bunch of niggas I know. We gonna take something with us before we go. We gonna go, but we ain't scared.
And on me, and for the people out there that's saying that, oh yeah, just him being president, it sparked that, that thing inside a lot of people. Now you see so many white supremacist people coming up out of the woodwork. Like, I mean, but let's keep it solid though. Like, I think everybody already knew they was already around. They was just hidden. You just had to stay on your guard. You know what I mean? It's been there.
All them different divisions that was up in the mountains, that's been up in the mountains. They ain't went nowhere. They ain't stockpiling them guns for no Walking Dead, no zombies and shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't prepping for no zombie apocalypse. Come on, let's keep it all the way a buck. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like this, bro. You know, and we have to have an open conversation and an open dialogue with those white supremacists. You know what I'm saying? They scream white power, we scream black power. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They say we're white, we say too black, too strong. They say whatever they say, we say black by popular demand. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They put up, they seek how, we put up our black fist. It is what it is. And if we got to come together and have a conversation, because I want you to be proud of your race. But if you being proud of your race, meaning you want to kill all of my people, then we have a problem. If you just want to be proud of your heritage and be proud of your race, no problem, because so do I.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So do I. So do Asians. So do Hispanics. That's why you have Hispanic Heritage Month and African American, and Black History Month. And you know what I'm saying? So I don't have no problem with you being proud to be what you are, because at the end of the day, I see what my culture is doing to your kids. They love us. You know what I'm saying? And that angers you, and that makes you worried and you scared. And I can understand that too, because we've been nervous and scared when our black kids want to have a white Barbie doll with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Right.
We've been scared of your culture, and now you're scared of our culture because you know what our culture can do. So, you know, we just have to have an open dialogue, and let's talk about, because like I said, when Phil Donahue and them back and Geraldo used to do it, they brought those two organizations together. They brought the nation together with the Aryan Brotherhoods and the Ku Klux Klan.
Absolutely.
I
remember that Geraldo show too. I remember that.
They threw a couple of chairs and shit.
Yeah.
It was some fist thrown, but at the end of the day, 10 years and 20 years later, they like, well, man, we was just feeling a certain way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So right now, everybody feeling a certain way, and Trump being in office, that's gonna bring us as a people closer together, because we have been on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, because all you're going to do is double and triple the ranks in the Nation of Islam, double and triple the ranks in the Black Panther, bring back the, African liberation, this and you know what I mean, and Black Family Day. All that shit is coming back, because why? Because when we caught with adversity, we huddle up and we get back to our own. It is what it is. Thank you, white America, for doing for us that we needed what we needed to do for ourselves anyway.
Exactly, and the one thing that we got to do is make sure that we minimize and eliminate we got to make sure we have a straight coon radar, because you know this, Omeezy, straight up, that there's a lot of people, and that was one of the reasons why the Panther Party kind of disintegrated was, you know what I'm saying, you dropped a lot of those people that, of our culture infiltrated our party, and they did that because other people, decided they wanted to just go ahead, hey, we're going to drop this dude in here. So we got to get rid of some of these coons at the end of the day. So we got to sniff them out and make sure that we reroute them or reprogram them to make sure that they know what time it is, because, you drop for every one that dropped in, like, you know what I'm saying, that's how parties get a chance to be disintegrated based off shit like that. So we got to be a little bit more casual, and, you know what I'm saying, we got to keep our guards up, though, for everybody, you feel me? So, shit happens.
Yeah, well, one thing Obama did is he let a lot of the triple OGs out, you know what I'm saying, with the clemency. So, you know what I'm saying, hopefully they'll be going back to their communities, and I'm sure that Obama will encourage them to go back and, you know what I'm saying, and let's start working on the black family. You know what I'm saying? Get out and have a relationship with your kids and have a relationship with your sons and let them learn from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? We don't all have to be, because what it is as black, I'm a black man, so therefore, we always fight other people's causes. Here it is, we're fighting for our Latino brothers and sisters, but they don't fight hard enough. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Leading up to the election, when somebody talking about building a wall and getting your ass, you got to fight harder. Don't make them hats. Don't work for them. Leave out the Trump Tower. When something happens, we hit the streets, man. We let them know that we active. We about that business. You know what I'm saying? Like my song say, about my business. We about that action. But we can't fight everybody's battle. And if you're gonna say, okay, well, we're gonna vote for Trump, then why should we fight with? You know what I'm saying? Our white brothers and sisters, there's good ones that helped us in our struggle. And and to some degree they look at us like, man, y'all two-faced it. They look at us like we're two-faced it, because they feel like they get us a favor. You know what I'm saying? When somebody's saying that this race is being slowly extinguished, and we're not even sensitive to that fact, we just like, well, it is what it is. Our numbers are diminishing and decreasing. You're not, so I look at all of that, man, and I just, I say we as a people, we had to just, focus, just how they saying as Americans, we need to focus on us and at home and our infrastructure. I'm with that part. I can't be a hypocrite and say I'm not with that part before we start letting all kind of people in. I can't be a hypocrite and act like I'm not cognizant of the fact that, yeah, you want to let a certain amount of Syrians come in. That's cool, no problem. But at the end of the day, look at our communities, look at the condition of our communities and our schools, and know that money and the money, the thousands and millions of dollars that you're going to take in those people, that money could be going. Now, that's the things that certain, the certain people on Trump's side are saying, and it makes sense.
Right.
So, but at the end of the day, the other rhetoric, we can't excuse that part. You know what I'm saying? We can't excuse all the other rhetoric towards women and this and that and other. But at the end of the day, we stuck with the dude for 4 years, man. What you gonna do?
Right.
Go in a cave or something, and what you gonna do?
Yeah, wait till 2020 comes before you can actually really pop your ass out of it. Nah, man, we can't play it like that. Like, we got to do something. The only way we could do it is just be active in our business, make sure we handle our communities, make sure we have a voice, and ignore all the bullshit that's going on. But not ignore it, take notes. Because, I think anytime you want to study from your enemies, you want to learn what they learn, what they know, so you could make sure that you counteract that. You feel me? So that's how we run it. We got the Dr. Reverend Pastor Big Omeezy here on Hip Hop Legacy right now. Give it straight game to the people out there. Make sure y'all go ahead and grab this man's EP, Prayers and Profanity, which is now available on iTunes, Google Play. The Big Reverend Omeezy has BigOmeezyMusic.com, and hit that man up on Twitter, Instagram, at Big Omeezy. I need all my followers, all my Japan followers out there too. Go hit that man, log in. But hey man, I know you hashtag earlier TGC3 out there too. So, the movement you supporting, let the listeners know what time it is with that. What you hashtagging, bro?
So TGC, my moniker is the great communicator. Like I said, I grew up in the Reagan era, so you know what I'm saying. My father gave me that name because if you Google the great communicator, they called Ronald Reagan the great communicator because of his ability to communicate with many different factions and get solutions and work with both sides to my knowledge. So as a youth, I always gravitated towards many different races. You know what I'm saying? You would never see me just with one type or one group. So taking that into my music and into my life, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I walk it, and I try to articulate that. But I'm not ebonically challenged. At the same time, I'm not no dummy when it comes to talking amongst intelligent people and formulating intelligent solutions to problems and whatnot. I try to mentor. If you look at the cover of Prayers and Profanity, I got tape on my mouth. I got tape on my mouth because I'm through talking, but I'm not through talking. I'm just through talking. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to let my actions be my guide. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to just talk about it. I'm going to be about it. But now that I have a talk show, I have to talk. So that tape has got to come off, and I had to really just drop real game and real spill on people because the leadership is hard to find. A lot of people, like you said, have sold out, and they sold their soul for a jelly roll. Me and my organization and my people, we ain't sold out. 40 ain't sold out. If that was going to happen, it would have happened 20 years ago. So we stay concurrent about our people and fight for our people and fight for our rights and whatnot. Yeah, I may not be out in the trenches out there. I did that my whole life. So yeah, you may not see me out there with a megaphone, but at the end of the day, there's ways to do it to where you can reach a mass of people, get your message across, and see an outcome without selling your soul. That's what I'm about.
There you go, the great communicator. And it's funny. I mean, you mentioned the Reagan era, a couple times tonight, and I don't know, man. I always think about the Reagan era as a trip, right? Because you got to think about it. During that era, it was so much. There's so much drugs that just floated into the communities that just wrecked a lot of homes and a lot of lives, and a lot of shit went down during that era. You know what I'm saying? I know him and his wife, I know they rested in peace. I know the wife was like real active in the Just Say No campaign and stuff like that. But damn, under his watch over them years, whew, a lot of dope was flowing through the states and the cities.
It was under his watch. It was under his watch. But being a young kid growing up in East Oakland in 85, 86, 87, 88, when drugs was prevalent, real crackhead zombies was prevalent. You know what I'm saying? My mother was a drug dealer, drug user. Her boyfriends was all D-boys. We stayed in motels. We stayed in rat-infested slums and projects. We stayed in the 65th Village, 69th Village. You know what I'm saying? And this is a little frail old white lady was saying, say no to drugs and to my knowledge, that was her mission statement. And I was with that, bro, because, people glorify drugs. You never gonna hear on music glorifying selling crack and all that shit, because that shit affected my family and a lot of my my loved ones. You know what I'm saying? So people. There's two different sides. There's two different sides to the dope game. The ones that glorify it. You know what I'm saying? Like my folks. They glorify it. Shit, it is what it is. And me, I'm that kid when you watch Cops and you seen that little baby crying because his mom's had just, got beat up or something. That's me. That's me. I'm that little kid crying. You know what I'm saying? Not in the literal terms, but it's the reality of me fighting my mom's boyfriends and me calling the police and all that shit and not seeing no salvation. Which is one of the reasons why I lived in Oakland. And I never seen an Oakland Raider come through, so that's why I've never been an Oakland Raider fan. I've never seen I've seen the A's. I seen the A's right there at the stadium, but I never seen nobody from the Oakland A's come in my community and talk to me. So that's so I'm not a fan of them teams. Period. And I'm just not going to. And I lived there in the A's, so there's no disrespect. I just keep it.
Hey, Omizi, let me salute that, because you know what, that was a part of a conversation I had earlier too, because you know what I'm saying, with another person that's prominent in the Bay, right? And we was talking about the same shit earlier. Like, we were saying, man, when's the last time Ricky Henderson, when the A's was at its highest? Dave Henderson and them, like, you know what I'm saying, Dave Stewart and shit like that. Like, where was them when they was like, man, nowhere near East Oakland whatsoever, like, at all.
At all.
Where was
I've never seen it.
Where was Gene Upshaw and them and you know what I'm saying, and some of them classic Raiders, like, I've never seen them step foot in deep East Oakland, because like you, born and raised in Oakland, me, deep Sobrani Park, all the way in the back, K-Tron, the whole deal, like, you know what I mean? Like, I grew up there, but at the same time, like, I used to look at them dudes and not really trip, because, hey, they was great ball players or whatever, but never really moved me because they never really came to my spot. Talk to me about nothing.
Shit, bro.
You know what I mean?
They never came to Morris College. They never came. They was never. You know what I mean? And I was in the thick of the shit. So as a young mustache, so the people we looked up to was D-boys, because that's all we saw. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, that's an element. That's just one of the reasons when I tell people why I'm not a Raider fan or A's fan that's one of my major things on that part. So, but that's just a reality, bro. So that's what I'm saying. That's the type of shit I talk about, because I keep it a buck on mine.
Hey, I can respect that though. Hey, I'm looking forward to checking out the Real Spill show, and actually, I want a cameo on that shit, bro. Like, you and me, we gonna have to talk offline, because I think you and I conversating right now. Like, a lot of people already logged in. You know what I'm saying? Just you know what I'm saying? Just going after this show, like, man, y'all lit, y'all keep it real, shit like that or whatever, right? So, you know what I mean? Like, we just move that over to, man, hey, sponsors, hey, we gonna talk offline, because I definitely got something, I got that vibe from you, like, you ready to turn this thing into something that's people gonna be able to feel for the next, forever decades, you feel me? So, you know what I mean? This is gonna be a great look. Not only that, I mean, you the Reverend Omizi, the great communicator, live on Nexxlegacy Radio. You know what I mean? So before I let you go,
hello,
man, why don't you shout out the world real quick, man? I'll let you have the floor. even though I didn't plug all your shit, right? But continue to plug, man. We're going to hashtag this shit, you know what I'm saying, going forward, because you family, bro. So shout it out.
Man, I appreciate it, man. So my name is the B.I.G.O. Meezy, Big O Meezy. I represent Stick With It Records, you know what I'm saying? I represent OLH Entertainment. I represent Knockdown Media Group, Knockdown Music. I represent any faction of people that's all about, you know what I'm saying, being about their business and getting out there and hustling and trying to network and help other people come up, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no big eyes and little U's where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? So shout out all them organizations. Shout out Nexxlegacy for having me on here so I can, you know what I'm saying, say my speech and dispel my reality, you know what I mean? And, you know, if anybody disagrees with anything I have to say, that's what this is all about. It's about discussion, talk about it, and not, you know what I'm saying, disagreeing without having a solution at the end of the thing. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's at. So like you said, at B.I.G.O. Meezy, everything is concerned with all my social media. You can see that when I'm about, you know what I'm saying, I don't just talk it, I live it. I be about that. You know what I'm saying? Follow me, you know what I'm saying, and we can have a conversation, man. And like I said, I appreciate you having me on here, man. And everybody stay tuned to my new album, TGC3, that's going to be dropping first quarter. My talk show, The Real Spill Show, that's going to be dropping next month. You know what I'm saying? And everything we got going on, period, and overall.
Hey, can you also make the announcement that you're going to run for president in 2020? Can we make that announcement live on the air?
You know, I would like to say that well, see, actually, weed is legal, so therefore I might get qualified. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
I might get qualified now, but you know what I'm saying?
All right, now.
Bill Clinton had some weed in his system when that motherfucker was burning. So, you know, vote 20. Hey, but that is the hashtag though, bro. Vote 2020, man. You sleepy motherfucker.
Hey.
And you know. Charlamagne the guy, man, he made Donkey of the Day. Anybody who didn't vote, man, anybody who run around like the Kaepernicks of the world that's sitting out here talking all that shit about this, that, and the third, but you don't want to take your ass in there and vote for some shit because you got your preconceived ideas. I heard it all before, man. I grew up in the Nation of Islam. I'm woke. Trust that.
Yep.
But I sure got my ass up early in the morning about 8:30 and took my ass and voted. Not just for the president and all that shit because you don't agree with that, but it's local shit, school shit. It's all kind of shit that's on there that you do have control of, and you see that 1,000 votes can make a difference. 500 votes, 100 votes can make a difference in the difference between something major and something, you know, catastrophic. So get off your ass and quit talking that shit, man. If you're gonna speak and you're gonna be a speaker and you're gonna be a communicator, make sure you're saying the right shit, or don't say shit at all. If you didn't vote, that's cool. Keep it to yourself. Don't inspire nobody else not to vote. You did.
Wow. And you have it from the words of the Dr. Reverend Deacon Preacher, Big O Meezy. Make sure you hit up BigOMeezyMusic.com, Twitter, Instagram, all Big O Meezy, bruh. Hey man, hey, when the show airs, when the Real Spill airs, man, we gonna come back. We gonna talk about it, but also we gonna stay connected because we got a lot of, you know what I'm saying, growth, business growth that I think, you know what I'm saying, champions can be able to handle. So I feel like we all champions. Let's go do it. You know what I mean? Let's go out and win this championship. Dig? So we got a lot to do, man. But I'm proud of you. I'm proud of your grind. Your grind is tremendous, bro. So just keep doing what you're doing, man. Definitely props up top.
Thank you, man. You keep doing what you're doing, man, and you know what I'm saying, keep disseminating information to, you know, throughout the world, man, because like you said, people need it, man. We need to be able to communicate in a way that's not, you know, beer goggles where you're going to get half-truths, you're going to get rants and shit, you're going to get something that's cognizant, you know what I'm saying, because these people, you know, they're like my folks, Orlando Brown, man, you know, some shit he going to say, you're going to be like, oh, that shit makes sense, then he's going to say some crazy shit, you know what I'm saying, so I want to make it plain, like when you go to the church and you tell the pastor to make it plain, because I don't want to have to decipher your shit. I don't want to have to write it down and decipher it, bro. Keep it plain. Keep the crazy shit up out of it. Move the fuck out the way. You can't speak without being crazy, bro, because, you're not crazy, bro. I'm not crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when I communicate, I don't have to be crazy in order for you to understand what I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Or 5150 and all that. Everybody got a sob story. Everybody's back's been against the wall, man, and they ain't necessarily broke down and you know. So to each his own, man. Like I said, I got love for Kanye. I got love for for Kaepernick for that he did stand up and he did for that part. But then when he got close to the finish line, he tripped and fell and bumped his head.
On his face.
We can't be doing that in 2017. We gotta do this shit for real, bro. Real talk.
Exactly. In the words of the great communicator, there you have it. You dig? So, Omeezy, man, big bro.
I appreciate it, man. It's Gucci.
All right, one love. That is one of the great guys in this business, Big Omeezy. Make sure you go ahead and follow all things that is Big Omeezy. This is Hip Hop Legacy.
Thank you for listening to the #1 radio station for the people.